Hey guys, Chesypoof here, and I know a lot of you keep begging me to do a room tour, so I figured I'll go ahead and do one, even though of course it might keep changing and there might be more added to the collection at any time. We'll go ahead and at least have one for now, so this is going to be 7/20/2012. We'll go ahead and just show this off, alright? So first, before we do anything, you might have noticed that behind me, this is actually Joshio. So this is me inside of Mario. This is one of my old art finals here from college. But basically, you see me pixelated with a few of the Goombas and one of the piranha plants right up there. And this is a lot of oil pastels, chalk pastels, and some colored pencils. So you can see some of that work right there, but I figured I'd show off a little bit of that art, whatnot, and then we'll go get some of the other stuff and get right to the room. Over here, right outside my room, you can see a few more of my paintings. These ones are oil pastels. I think I have a little chalk pastels in it as well, but it's the three amigos of fast food, as I like to say. So my favorite, of course, is Jack right there, but there's the king and all his scary gloriness. You can see him like, speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil. But for him, it just looks like he's going to count to 10 until he hunts you down and gives you a whopper with death. Ronald McDonald wasn't my favorite of the bunch. I feel like I spent the least amount of time on it. But if you notice down here, you can see little Josh on the tie. So that's me, that's Chesypoof, right on Jack's tie here. And then we'll get right to the room. And the first thing you see is one of the swords from Halo. So you can see energy sword. We've always called it a noob stick since the Halo 2 days. But we're going to go ahead and down the line. So you can see I got a few of those Adult Swim figures right up on this first panel there. So you can see Master Shake, Brack's parents, and some Harvey Birdman stuff. And above we have Space Ghost, Moltar, Brack, and then I have April O'Neil at the moment. But then it's going to go through my Clerks collection, so you can see all the Dogma figures. You can see Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. There's some normal Clerks figures. There's one chasing Amy Banky up there. So you can see all those Clerks figures. And of course this is all the stuff that's just on the wall though, guys. So you can see some random hats on the rack. Here's a Naruto I did with acrylic paints, things like that. This was supposed to be an abstract piece, and I made that at least right when he turned into Foretell Naruto and things like that. Down below you can see some other things. You can see a Venom mini-mate, some of the Ninja Turtle art that I did, and the Josh, who is a superhero version of myself with South Park and Super Mario in the background. So you can tell a little bit of my hobbies in this. This was all handcrafted at least, so there's a mixture between oil pastels, colored pencils once again. I think I even had all that kind of stuff in the background right down there. And then the wall comes some of my degrees and all of that fun stuff. So you can see bachelor's degree and a few of the different things that I earned from college and high school and all that fun stuff. Alright, then we get over to the start of the Ninja Turtle wall. So basically, what I wanted to have done on this whole little side was have the 2003 version on top and the original 1980s version on the bottom. At the moment, I didn't have any extras, so I've had Usagi Yojimbo on the bottom there, whereas he needs to go up on that row. Of course, this whole slot right there, that's going to be reserved for that new 2012 version that's coming out. Those ones should be coming pretty soon here, but you can see there's the 4 original 2003 Turtles. So Leo, Raph, Donnie, Michelangelo. Sorry, it looked like red in the camera there. I threw that off, but Shredder, Turtlebot, all that fun stuff. You can see some of the awesomeness that I got, all the shinies after Slash and Foot Soldier, but Chrome Dome, we got the robotic Foot Soldier, so he's all super shiny and just normal Super Shredder. But then there's Warrior Michelangelo Metalhead, so it's a Metalhead variation, which is pretty sweet and sick. And we get to the main wall that you guys have seen probably numerous times on this occasion now. But on top, we have the 4 Batsu versions of the original Ninja Turtles from the comic book, so they all have the red. And then we have Leo, which has some of the Naruto figures right on the top there. Those mini ninjas. There's the other ones on top of Michelangelo. And then we have the 4 black and white Ninja Turtles on top of the rare South Park Kid robots that you guys at least started with me. So you can see Chesypoof coming, you guys. Key. Mysterion, Randy and his balls, Satan, Tally, Professor Chaos. And then we have the 4 NECA Ninja Turtles. So these ones, for whatever reason, are super sought out nowadays in this packaging because they also come in a tube packaging, but even those still sell for ridiculous prices. I still need to get myself one because even though I've wanted to take them out of the package to play, of course, I won't because they look so awesome the way they are and because it made them more valuable. I got little versions of Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo right there. Mikey's always been my favorite, of course. So they fit the vinyl aesthetic up there. I got the boys, so there's Kyle and Kenny, Cartman and Stan. That's Spider-Man. It's a wind-up toy as well, but it just looked all vinyl-like. Underneath, we got another one of my arts there, but this one was on a fabric, and it's basically like a history of Ninja Turtles thing. So you can see that's like a prehistoric Ninja Turtles. Same with that, some cave drawings, Indian style. That one's Egyptian, so you might not get to see some of the fine details on this, but we have old Japanese style, so samurai style paint, and then old European. So you can see that awesomeness right there. It's always been one of my favorites. A little Dark Ages style painting of one of the turtles. And we have some of the Ninja Turtle blinds. It's just basically a throw or whatnot. Getting into Cloud, we got signed Silent Bob from Dogma. We got signed Jason Mewes J and Kevin Smith right next to each other. So we got Rorschach, and then we have some of those indie comic spotlight figures. So we have the Tick, and that's the Mucus Tick right there, so that was a special limited edition version. You got Mr. Slave and Mr. Garrison up there, so Lemmy-Winks. Scud the Disposable Assassin, which was one of my favorite Sega Saturn games. We've got Nibbler and Zoidberg. Oh! We got the Max right there in all his glory. A little Jack Skellington Vinylmation, a Dead Kenny in the box, Dead Kenny out of the package with Officer Barbrady and the Tick. We have my little book there that you can also buy online, Josh's Drug Education Study Guide book. That was my thesis for my second bachelor's degree. You have some of these little mini-mates there, or I mean not mini-mates, I'm sorry, the Halo Mega Blocks. So you can see you got some Grunts and an Elite, a little Spider-Man, of course, because he's from Halo, and some of the Spartans. But there's my orange Spartan from Halo 2, basically. So the original Halo 1 armor was what I've always used for the most part in my Halo. A little Spider-Man figure. We got Butters and Professor Chaos and Epic Mickey. We got that Batman video that you guys just saw from the Pops. There's some more of the Kid Robot South Parks, of course. There's Wooden Bender and all his awesomeness. There's that flocked Sonic figure, which was one of the specials from last year's Comic-Con. You got Terrence and Phillip. You got Osimo, one of the South Park ones down there, the re-releases of Motorcycle Cop Cartman, Thane from Mass Effect 2, and then it goes over to this other wall, which has some of those Halo mini-mates. Bam Bam Bam, one of the Dark Void figures that came collectible from going to one of the Street Fighter Fight Club events in Las Vegas. We got Ratchet and Clank, Mini-Mate, Jak and Daxter, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the special edition ones that were only at Comic-Con. I got the regular ones coming up pretty soon here too. And then you got Earthworm Jim, line number 1 with some of the other Mini-Mates. You got Boba Fett and Darkwing Duck. Groovy. Earthworm Jim. Yeah, Peter Puppy. You got the Street Fighters. Figure I'll do those all online in just a moment there, but there's all the Earthworm Jim. Bam, 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 bam. And then you got Darth Vader and Stormtrooper. There's Sagat, Vegan, Balrog, Chun-Li, Blanca, Zangief, E Honda, Guile, Dhalsim, Ken, Ryu, and Mariachi, of course, who's everybody's favorite Street Fighter character. There's the other wooden Bender. You got Fry and Bender, Kid Robot style over there, which I always thought most of these packages are just so awesome with keeping, you know, the vinyl figures on top. Once again above, we have that Halo set of Master Chief's Evolution 1, 2, and 3. We got those Chrono Trigger figure arts. So one of the best Super Nintendo RPGs that there is. Figures. We got the Futurama minis. Kakashi. His gem figure right there. And then above this wall, we have those Mass Effect 3 figures. Bam, 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 bam. And then that set of Heroes figures that we have. Underneath, you have 4 of my favorite statues here. This is my Art Asylum Spider-Man collection. If you want me to go into detail with any of these things, make sure and let me know, so I can at least make them for you at some point. But there's Venom right there. It's Carnage. Back it up so you can even see him a little bit better. Venom, of course, just looks sick the way that that one was made. We'll get some of this other view there so you can see some of that sculpt. But Venom, Carnage, Spider-Man, and Lizard. Now, with this Lizard figure, honestly, this is the way I think the Lizard should look. Period. Of course, in the new Spider-Man movie, which was surprisingly really good, and they made him look like the Goomba from the Super Mario Brothers movie. But if you see this, he looks like a velociraptor from Jurassic Park, wearing a black wife beater and a lab coat. How fucking awesome is that? Alright, so then we got Daryl from Walking Dead, we got Michonne, we got some of the little Zelda figures on there, 2 more spots waiting. You ready? We have the Grunt, Sackboy inside of a sack, imagine that. Rick Grimes, all the Zeldas, and then we have some bronze Mario art that I made, I think, 10th grade, so that one was very, very early on in that kind of sense. And we'll open door number 1 to the bathroom where da-da-da-da, we got Zelda. And then you can see some more of the art I have right there. Pee-wee's Playhouse! So this was all pencil, which is pretty nice, but you can tell me your opinions on it as well. Above my mirror, which the lights don't help much at all. Hopefully that fixed it. You can see some of the little Super Mario figurines that I have. They're those little dot matrix ones, so they come off of it. You can move them with magnets. But super cool, you know. On top there, we got Boba Fett, Venom's, Hedgehog, Werehog, that's right. Old school Sonic, and Venom. You got just some random crazy art that I've had, and another abstract old art project. And then this was the row of my old toys that basically I saved over the years. Even though I had a lot when I was a kid, I got rid of them, sadly and regrettably. And for the most part, this was the majority of the good ones that I had, with a few extras added in. So you can see old school Earthworm Jim back there, the 2003 version of the Turtles. You got Sonic's 15th anniversary figure, even though he's already in his 20s now. Godzilla, Spider Carnage, there's Master Chief, and Chris Redfield, there we go. I don't know why Redfield's name left my head from Resident Evil. Akuma, there's Ka, Terry Bogard. You got Gurr in the background. You got Stan. There's another cool version of Lizard where he looks like a dinosaur foot soldier. Mega Man's creeping in the background with a puzzle fighter version of Ryu. You got the Castle Crashers all in a row. Green, red, blue, orange. And then of course you got me. Hey guys, how's it going? And then we're going to get to the other collection in the other room. But you can see that shirt, which I think is amazing. I don't know if you guys really enjoy it. I can show you a quick look right there. P.F. Krang's. I know we were talking about me being a big Ninja Turtle fan, but there's another example of it right there. Dun-dun-dun-dun. So, there you go. That's a T-Fury shout out right there. But we're going to bust right in now. Haha. You can see a Virtual Boy all plugged in, ready to go, old school style. Some Final Fantasy X and Naruto wall scrolls. Behind me, we have the Jack Skellington mask, and above, we have some of the most amazing, I can't even talk straight with that, Ninja Turtle statues. So we have Leonardo and Michelangelo. These were some of the best sculpts I've seen, and they were, of course, of the original comic style, though. If I can finish this collection one day, I will, but when Donatello goes for over $1,000, it takes a good amount of money that I'm not willing to spend yet, even though my love is pretty high. You can see there's one of the South Park posters with all of them as heroes. The Izzy Slippers got me, so shout out to Izzy once again. The Pest, which was another one of my favorite movies, Basketball. So this is my second favorite movie, and then that's followed by Dogma by Kevin Smith as well. Statues, we got the Tick, so an amazing, awesome sculpt once again. Letters, I got Venom from Spider-Man 3, although which was a horrible movie, was still a great bust. It looks like Venom. He's wearing King Hippo's crown. We got little Super Mario, Darkwing Duck here, Spider-Man bust by Alex Ross. Onion Boy, which is my own creation. I made a bust for him over the years too, so that one's half 3D printer, half Sculpey. Which part do you think's the Sculpey? Look how shitty that is. King Hippo. You got Slimer from Ghostbusters. Usagi Yojimbo figure. You can see there's Michelangelo right there. There's Raphael behind, and Shredder in the background with his original comic mask. So this is usually one of the views I get from my gaming chair most of the time. So you can see that collection, I think, has always been looking pretty nice. And then by the systems themselves, you can see those original NECA head knockers. So there's Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Donatello with all the little game systems. And there's actually me as my Rock Band 2 bandmate. So I gotta get a little super glue because one of my dogs knocked him off and killed my chainsaw guitar. But you can see the customization that I had on there. So I made Michelangelo on my t-shirt in the game and still got it put on a figure that came out of a 3D printer, which is pretty sick. And then getting to the row below the TV, you got a lot of my Kingdom Hearts figures on each side. So you can see Jack Skellington, Sora, Goofy, Donald, Oogie Boogie, Cloud. And of course, even some of the Final Fantasy figures right there is little guys. So there's Titus from 10, there's Cloud, all of our favorite Vivi. And then we go into some of the mini-mates. So I have a Venom in Captain America's suit, and Rhino wearing Captain America's head. We got Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, Battle Damage Spider-Man, my awesome Spider-Man, Spider Carnage, Scarlet Spider, so go Ben Reilly. We got Dragon Ball collection, Naruto collection, One Piece, which I have not seen. Naruto I'm a big fan of. I've seen most of Dragon Ball, but I haven't seen any of One Piece yet. But those were one collection, Shonen Jump style. We got Venom, and then we get into all the mini-made zombie Marvel zombies, so Spider Zombie, you got Wolverine, Captain America, Hulk, Luke, and then we get more of the Kingdom Hearts figures there. So we got the Heartless, and then a lot of the Disney villains, so Jafar, Maleficent, and Carrie, you know, bad guy. We got some of the girls from Final Fantasy over on this side. So we got Riku and all that fun stuff. Then we have those Naruto figures that I do need to move still, but you got Sakura, Sasuke, Naruto, and Kakashi all half-aged. And then the Streetlight Manifesto poster, which looks like Hellboy art, but it's not. We got Halo Reach in the background, followed by R2-D2, Mickey Mouse ears, and Master Chief's helmet. We got Liara from Mass Effect, Darkwing Duck, Super Meat Boy, Brack, Zorak, Earthworm Jim. See, even I told you, you can just bend him around so he even stands well. And then we got that Halo Reach statue as well with all the guys. Above, we got another signed poster of Mindless Self-Indulgence, the video game style art. Jimmy Urine, Steve Rye, Lindsay, Kitty, all that fun stuff. An amazing Super Meat Boy poster. So you can see him and Bandage Girl, as well as Dr. Fetus in the background. And the last Ninja Turtle movie poster. So of course you can see there's still a good amount of space on the walls. I still have a good amount of stuff that I need to post online as well as on the walls. And we'll go from there. But hopefully I didn't make you guys wait too long. And from here, you know, we'll see when I do a next room tour. It'll probably have to be pretty drastic or things like that when I think collections are finished. So, okay, I'll go ahead and do it. But I know we're over 20 minutes now, so hope you guys enjoyed. That's it for this time, and I'll see you guys later.